Some battles are won not by fighting harder, but by refusing to fight at all. What if the greatest victory over those who seek to diminish you lies not in confrontation, but in unshakable inner stillness? They criticize you, exhaust you, mule you, but suppose I revealed that the most brilliant approach to handling destructive people is through complete serenity and unwavering insight. You don't have to battle them, you don't have to repair them, you must liberate yourself. In this video, uncover the timeless Shaolin teachings to safeguard your tranquility, establish immovable limits, and depart with authority. Isn't merely about enduring harmful individuals. It's about transcending them with honor, with self-control, and with inner might. Remain until the conclusion and discover how to become invulnerable. A time arrives in your existence when you understand that serenity isn't something you pursue. Serenity is something you defend. And the most perilous menace to your inner calm frequently originates not from external circumstances, but from individuals. Individuals who harbor tempests within themselves, who flourish amid disorder, and who drag others into their emotional whirlwinds. These are the poisonous ones, and regardless of your age or accumulated wisdom, managing destructive people continues to be among life's most challenging and sensitive skills. Listen carefully, you need not endure because of another's unhealed wounds. You need not internalize what isn't yours to bear. The journey to expertise, genuine expertise, isn't about reacting but about responding with insight, separation, and fortitude. Within the Shaolin monastery, we learn this fundamental principle. If someone presents you with a gift and you refuse to receive it, to whom does the gift belong? The response is to the one who extended it. It is with rage, control, accusation, or contempt. You need not accept what contaminates your harmony. When a destructive individual crosses your path, their essence communicates before their speech. You will sense depletion, bewilderment, irritation, or judgment. They flourish on dominance, not on peace. They command through shame, terror, or theatrics. But you possess a choice. The most astute method for handling destructive people isn't through confrontation, not through retaliation, not even through justification. It is through insight. Insight into who you are, insight into what you will and will not endure, into your limits. Limits aren't barriers to exclude people. They are lines traced in holy ink to preserve your peace undisturbed. A destructive person will perpetually press against them. They will challenge you. They will deceive you into believing that your compassion is frailty and that your quietude is defeat. But a discerning one understands that quietude can be strength, separation can be safety, and releasing is not defeat. It is freedom. Many seniors and wise ones approach me asking, "Master, how can I handle people who continue wounding me, blaming me, depleting me?" And I respond, do not answer fire with fire. Do not answer darkness with darkness. Answer it with calmness. Answer it with detachment. There exists great power in departing, not from terror, but from a place of profound inner understanding. Understanding that you aren't here to repair others, but to preserve yourself. Comprehend this, you aren't responsible for mending everyone. You aren't here to bear other people's emotional burdens. Some spirits aren't prepared to evolve. Some individuals are dependent on their own anguish and desire you to suffer alongside them. Release them. You don't ascend by grappling in the mire. You ascend by scaling the peak of your own self-worth. Destructive people will attempt to bewilder you. They'll portray themselves as victims when you make them answerable. They'll assault your character when they cannot command your conduct. Do not participate. You aren't here to defend yourself against untrue charges. You are here to exist in harmony with your principles, your reality, your peace. Someone deceives about you, allow them. Time exposes everything. If someone shows disrespect, withdraw. Distance conveys a message. If someone perpetually creates turmoil, sever the connection. You aren't intended to be an absorber of another's pessimism. You are intended to radiate, to restore, to move with dignity. In the Shaolin tradition, we don't combat with force. We flow with grace. The bamboo yields in the tempest but doesn't snap. Master the art of yielding without surrendering your essence. Master the art of detaching without becoming resentful, Resentment is the poison that destructive people attempt to cultivate within you. If you harbor grudges, they continue to dominate you. Authentic strength is to experience the hurt, to recognize the injury, still select peace over vengeance. You might inquire, but Master, what if the destructive person is a relative, a longtime companion, or someone I cannot easily evade? Then the response is this: you must master inner detachment. Not every separation occurs externally. Some must occur internally. You can still cherish someone and establish limits. You can care for someone without granting them entry to your emotional sanctuary. Your mental and emotional vitality is holy. Protect it as a Shaolin monk protects the temple entrance. Emotional self-control is power. When you cease responding to every slight, every provocation, every manipulation, you reclaim your authority. Destructive people nourish themselves on your responses. They desire you to justify, to battle, to defend, because that provides them energy. But when you maintain composure, when you stay anchored in your core, you become invulnerable, not because you are heartless, but because you are lucid. Lucidity is strength. Lucidity is peace. Lucidity is the blade that slices through manipulation, blame, and guilt. Destructive people thrive in bewilderment, but lucidity reveals them. You don't need to shout. You don't need to dispute. You only need to perceive clearly and respond accordingly. Question yourself, what manner of person do I wish to be at this phase of my life? Because life beyond 60, 70, even 80 isn't about satisfying everyone. It's about finally existing in peace. You've earned that after everything you've withstood, everything you've constructed, everything you've discovered. You owe no one a justification for protecting your spirit. Remember this: you don't need to transform others. You need only transform their access. Not everyone merits a place at your table. Not everyone should journey beside you. Select carefully. The people surrounding you should contribute illumination, not shadows. They should invigorate you, not drain you. They should construct with you, not demolish you. Release the notion that being compassionate means being accessible to everyone. Genuine compassion begins with yourself. Declining others can be an affirmation of your own welfare. The most intelligent action you can take is creating an atmosphere where you can flourish mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Many believe that releasing is weakness. No, it is wisdom. It is power. Releasing destructive people is a profound act of self-care. You aren't forsaking them. You are returning to yourself. You aren't rejecting them. You are selecting your happiness. Releasing doesn't always mean severing ties. It can also mean retreating, speaking less, expecting nothing, and progressing quietly. Sometimes the most powerful message is your silence. Sometimes the strongest boundary is your peace. When you cease attempting to demonstrate your worth to people who cannot recognize your value, you liberate yourself. When you cease explaining your choices to those who don't live your existence, you become sovereign. You become a master of your energy, and that is the most brilliant way to handle destructive people. You become so profoundly anchored in your own peace that their chaos cannot touch you. You transcend. You depart. You remain silent. Advance. You protect your space, your energy, your time. You remember that your life is precious and your spirit is sacred. So now I leave you with this: walk like the warrior who understands that not every conflict deserves fighting. Speak like the sage who recognizes when silence communicates more powerfully than words. Love like the elder who has pardoned the world but never forgotten the worth of peace. Be water. Be still. Be free. This is the Shaolin way, is the smartest way to deal with toxic people.